So I just got finished watching episode 9 of Shogun. First of all, welcome to 24K. Gaming, movies, TV shows, reviews. Our narrative is not bought and paid for. Our opinion, our viewpoint, nothing is bought and paid for. You get it straight from the horse's mouth. We tell you straight up whether it's bullshit, whether it's great, whether it's okay, whether it's worth your time, and whether or not that shit need to be thrown in the trash. I was speechless for the first half of this. Okay. So, let me just start off by saying I did look up and see that this was a book, and they are adapting the show from a book, and I get it. I mean, you want to stay true to the subject matter and the content and everything, but I'm just gonna say the last two episodes, 8 and 9, have changed my viewpoint on the show. When it started off, it was brilliant and new and intrigueful and amazing, and I love the period time. I love the fights. I love the brilliance. I just love, it was refreshing to have something on television that I hadn't seen before, and I love where they went. I love that they dared to go there. I loved everything about the show, and as it grew legs and started to go, I was into it even more. I would say all the way up until episode 7. 7 started it. And this is a spoiler video. So if you do not want spoilers for Shogun, because there's only one more episode left, but we pretty much killed the cat right now. So if you don't want spoilers, turn away right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gone. Alright, you've been warned. So let's just throw episode 7 out there. Toranaga, the main character. I love this guy. Amazing. Brilliant, sniff out traps, always has a plan, and I'm pretty sure he has a plan for everything that's going down. But it's a Pyrrhic victory. And if you don't know what a Pyrrhic victory is, it's a victory won at too heavy great of a cost. And he even says that in the episode. He even says, because they were going to do this special project where they storm the city and just fight Ishido and his men. This was the whole idea. And the whole damn thing was, we're just going to take fate in our hands. We're going to use my brother. My brother is loyal. We're going to go in here. We're going to stand together, and we're going to tear down Ishido and pretty much the whole friggin' council of corrupt politicians. That's all they are. Not samurais. They're politicians. So, in that episode, lots of things happen. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the whole little house of ill repute. I did like that. I'm not going to give you verbatim the episode, but I am going to say, so Lord Toranaga decides to give up because his brother played him. His brother came out to meet him to prove he was still loyal, but his brother had sold out to Ishido for a seat on the council, and he played out his brother, and he wanted his brother surrender, or he was going to murder his son and everybody there. So this very strong Lord Toranaga, who's been ruthless and powerful and amazing with the abilities to just go at his enemies, and he was he was a lion, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe it's the way it is in the book. That's all I can think of, is maybe it is the way in the book. He becomes a house cat, and I know he has something up his sleeve. But at what great of a cost? At the end of episode 7, his son can't take the treachery of what's happening to his father and tries to kill his uncle, his father Toranaga's brother, slips on a rock and kills himself. So now Toranaga's son is dead. The very next episode, his leader and council, the only person he's ever looked to as a friend and a father figure, somebody who's been with him since he was a child, somebody who's kept his secrets, fought by his side, and was completely honorable with him, can't stand the treachery and cowardice. Called him a coward to his face. Can't stand it. And was just like, if this is the road you're going down, this is my stop. I'm going to kill myself. This is where I'm going to commit seppuku. And I'm going. And I was watching the episode and I was just like, he's not going to let him do it. Because, you know, he just lost his son and this is the clearly only person closest to him. He's not going to let this happen. And he dies. He commits seppuku, harakiri, and Toranaga just sits there and watches him. He just watches him. He just sits there and watches him. And then at the end of the episode, they give you a glimmer of hope where he's standing over his son's grave and was like, he's not going to die in vain. My best friend is not going to die in vain. And I'm like, okay, so there was a plan. He's going to use those deaths to make everybody believe he's given up. Okay, I'm with you. And then the next episode, Mariko, oh my God, which has been the foundation of the show since the beginning. And like I said, again, I understand that maybe in the book, you know, everything happens the way it happens in a TV series. And I understand that. And I understand in real life things and have to happen. But episode 9, we're treated to Mariko inside the Capitol trying to do something. And you can't figure out what she's trying to do. You know it's at the behest of Toranaga because he said, are you ready to do your duty? I thought that meant helping him win this war. Because, like I said, she's the main character. We've already lost 2 main characters. She's one of, I mean, Anjin, the main Eastern character from England, he's the only one really left in here. So, episode 9, we're treated to his bastard friend's betrayal again, which I don't like that guy, the piece of shit. Oh my God, every chance he get, he's due for self, and he will always save his ass. I'll get to that in a second. I know y'all wondering. I'll get to that in a second. But Mariko was like, she stood up to Ishido, which nobody's ever done before. She claimed her birthright and was just like, yeah, I'm doing my lord's bidding. I have to leave. I have to go and do this. And he was like, nah, you ain't leaving. And Ishido was like, nah, you can't leave. You can't do this. My word is bond. We're not going to let it happen. Remember, they're dying tomorrow. What point? What's the problem with her leaving? But then again, he probably knows she's sniffing out something. So she gets up in the morning and she tries to leave with her men. And there's a big gigantic samurai fight and she tries to fight. And of course, she's not able to go. So because she's not able to complete her duties, which is what, I don't know, many of you know about samurai, one who serves, which is the literal meaning of the word, and their duties. But their duties have to be honored or belly slicing, ritual belly slicing. So because she's failed and prevented to do her duties, she wants to commit seppuku. She wants to end her life. And I'm like, she's the star of the show. Like, you can't kill her. She can't kill her off. And of course, we come down to the point where she was like, well, at sunset, I'm going to take my life. And I'm like, you can't do this. This can't happen. You can't do it. And we're treated to everything going on. And she talked to her best friend and they were sussing things out. And I was just like, you can't kill her off because she's one of the main reasons why people come to your show. I mean, she's one of the main reasons. Let's not negate the fact she's eye candy. She's a beautiful woman. She's something that people come to this show for. People saw her in Monarch. People saw her in the movies. People see her in a bunch of different lights. And she is one of the draws for this show. So, to me, it was completely stupid. I don't care how it's written in the book. It's completely stupid to kill her off. So, when she's at the point of wanting to kill herself, she asked one of the High Lords to help her, to take her life. I mean, you're supposed to slice, and somebody who you love is supposed to take your head so that you don't suffer too long. She gets to the point where she's ready to do it, And of course he doesn't show up because he's a coward. And I'm like, you're not going to kill her off. You can't kill her off. It's the dumbest thing in the world because your show ends there. I mean, even if you want a second season, she's the draw. She's the show. Like, you can't. But of course, we're treated to the point where she's dishonored because nobody's there to second her and take her life, cut off her head. And then Anjin, the guy who truly loves her more than anybody has in this entire show, finally accepts the fact that he will take her life because he doesn't want her to suffer, and he steps up to second her. And at the last minute, Ashido steps in and was like, yeah, no, take it and go tomorrow. You can leave. But you're coming back tomorrow to die anyway, so it makes no sense, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. You're not going to kill her. It's cool. You're not going to kill her. I sort of figured that. And she goes to this whole emotional ride. And of course, at the end of the night, she's in her room, and Anjin comes in, who they refer to as the Barbarian. He comes in, and they get it on. And I wanted that to happen. I kind of saw it. I wanted her and him to get together. I wanted that to happen. And I'm glad that it did. And then you hear, oh, this piece of shit. Ashido gives him an alternative. I'll spare your life. I'll consider your proposition if you do something for me. Which is letting ninjas into the castle so they can kidnap Mariko. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to kidnap her. That's all they're supposed to do. Kidnap her so that she's out of the way. That way she's not dead. He doesn't have to kill her. She doesn't have to kill herself. But unfortunately, they end up trapped inside a bunker house. And they light cannon fuse to explosions so they can blow off the door. And the entire time, Anjin is asking for help from the piece of shit to help move the container so that they can get out, or at least push it up against the door so that they can brace enough where they could at least live. And Mariko decides to take this opportunity to stand in front of the door, confess her name, and then there's an explosion. An explosion she can't survive. And I'm like, what the fuck? You teased her death, you faked her death, only to kill her. And I am I don't know how to feel, honestly, because it fucks up the show. You in the last 3 episodes, 3 major deaths that contribute to the entire run of your show. I don't see an outcome. Even if somehow Toranaga was able to win, topple the castle, he's lost Mariko, his confidant. He's lost his best friend and mentor, and he's lost his son. What's the purpose of him being Shogun? I don't see it. I mean, I'd rather it pass to Anjin. I'd rather it pass to the Easterner, become Shogun, and maybe that's where they're going. And I know what you're saying. Rain. They fake out deaths all the time. And I get you. I saw the explosion. I saw how close she was to it. And I saw the magnitude of the explosion. And I was with you the same way. I was just like, maybe she's just damaged, but she's not dead. But I looked up on the line and they confirmed it. The production staff and everybody confirmed it after the episode. It was written in the book that way. That the ninjas were supposed to come and kidnap her. She put herself between death and them. She took the brunt of the explosion, and she died. So, she's fucking dead. And, look, man, I'm here. It's 1 episode left. I've watched your show through all 9 episodes, and I'll watch it. I'll be to the end and finish it. But to be totally, 100% completely honest, even if you somehow qualify for a season 2, I'm not fucking watching it. It's a very simple chemistry when you have a TV show. People get attached to characters. They come back for the characters. They enjoy the characters and watch their growth, development, wins, and losses. The comeback story, the injury and then overcome and adapt. People come for the characters. The more you deplete your characters, the less attention there is to the story. We've seen it in a billion TV shows. I don't give a damn how the book went. I get it. Granted, whatever. You can change it if you want a season. This show is brilliant. And the fact that you would screw yourself over, you could even stretched it to another season. Don't kill her off yet. I don't understand the deaths in the last 3 episodes, because the love interest that was keeping Anjin going is gone now. His confidant is gone now. His son is gone now. His mentor is gone now. The person who was literally in his corner, the piece of shit, betrayed him and Mariko and everybody for his own self-worth. His brother has betrayed him and sits on the opposite side of the council. There are insurmountable odds against him, and he's sick and dying from a disease. This pisses me off because I've seen this done in TV shows over and over again until I can puke coat hangers. They did it in Grey's Anatomy, which is why I lost interest. They did it in NCIS, which is why I lost interest. They did it in The Walking Dead, which is why I lost interest. They did it in Fear the Walking Dead, which is why I lost interest. When you kill off your characters that people respond to, what are they coming back for? I get you want to tell a story, and if you want to tell a story, do a one and done. 1 season, that's your series, done. 100%. I can sit with the raw, bloody, bad taste in my mouth for 1 season, and that's all it is. I can deal with that. The problem that lies inherent is I know they're aiming for a 2nd season, because you can't accomplish the insurmountable task of what you're trying to do in this 1 season. And there's only 1 episode left. And there's no way you could cram all the complexity into 1 episode and end. It's going to feel rushed, it's going to be stupid, and it's going to leave a bad aftertaste in your mouth. So you're looking for a 2nd season. It's written right now in the books. And honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. If you're basing everybody to come back off the one Easterner character to be here, I don't see it. I don't see it. You're not there. You gambled and you lost. This would have been better as a movie, a 2.5 hour movie. Have it go into fruition. Great movie. As a TV series, if you're looking for longevity, you can bring in different people, change different tales, and have different stories. The problem is you're going to fail the way every other TV series that has tried this has failed. People gravitate towards certain characters because they see themselves in them. There's something about them that they like. It's something they identify. It's something about them they admire. It's something about them they love. And they come back because they can't wait to see how these characters react and act in the story. By you killing them and sacrificing them off, I don't care how real you're trying to be, you're destroying your own narrative. For the sake of what? If you're going to do just 1 season, by all means, kill them off. Do them all. I don't care. 100%. I'll still be there. It'll be a bitter aftertaste in my mouth, but I will watch it and I will be there. I'm going to be here for the last episode. I will be. But I'm telling you, right now, to this point, with the losses that they've piled up in the last few episodes, my interest is spent as much as probably the story is to me now. Because there's no upside to winning. Right now, there is 0 upside to Toranaga winning. 0. There's nobody to carry on the lineage. There's nobody for the... And Mariko's story hasn't even come to fruition. She needed... Oh my God, why did you waste so much time on developing her story to have it end like that? There's nothing on the other side of the equal sign, and it drives me bananas. It really does. His mentor, we just started to seeing how much of a relationship they have. You kill him off. His son, who has been adventurous and foolhardy and foolish, but he's learning to be the man that his father is. You kill him off, and there is... there are secondary characters on the show, but none of them are the draw, the weight of the people that you've had in the series so far. None of them. And I don't know, man. I'm just, I don't know, guys. I always want something good to watch on TV, and when you get something good to watch on TV, this is what happens. And I'm let down. I started going down the tailwind in episode 7, and it just continued to go down and down. And that whole teasing her death only to kill her off puts a bad aftertaste in my mouth, like Glenn on The Walking Dead. Teasing him falling off fucking dumpster and being eaten only for next season to be like, yeah, he crawled under a 2-inch dumpster somehow and saved his life. It's bullshit. I didn't buy it then, and I don't buy it now. So I had hope against hope that she survived, but going and checking out the production notes, the episode, and the story that they're drawing from, all said she died this way, and confirmed it. They didn't want an ambiguous death. They didn't want an ambiguous end. They wanted her to die, which is supposed to push, I guess, Anjin over the limit. But that means he sacrificed every great chess piece on his table for a win that means nothing. Because who wins? Not Japan. Not his people. I just don't get it. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're talking about Shogun. So, without even seeing the last episode, because I will see it to the end, and who knows, maybe I'll pull my sword out for the last episode, and maybe I'll commit seppuku on this episode. Maybe, you know what, maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll pull my sword out for the last episode and see it off the Bushido way. But I want to give this series a platinum rating. I would love to give this series a platinum rating. And I can't do it. Based off the last 3 episodes, I can't do it. I mean, it's gold. It's definitely gold. It's great to watch, and there's tons of things to enjoy about it. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing to see. The cinematography, everything is absolutely amazing. But when it comes down to it, the story, it's dipping down way too low below the lifeline. And I'm sorry, a lot of things can come back from the dead. Ronin, ninjas, bow guns. Shogun right now doesn't seem like it. So I'm gonna give this series gold, but it's not neither positive nor a negative view from me, because I wanted so much to love this story. I wanted so much to where it could go. Me being a martial artist, and me dealing with swords and honor and Bushido and serving and studying some of these arts that they used. Honor, codes, loyalty. I understand full well the way things have to go, and duty in these episodes. And sometimes it was a shitty thing to have to do. Even when your master or the one who you serve is being dishonored, it was not considered polite to stand up and speak against someone for them. And I'm just going to say it's a very bloody, horrible tasting sandwich as we come down to the end of this series. And I'm disappointed. Definitely it changed the way I felt about this series in the last 3 episodes. And Tuesday will be the final episode, and we'll see where it goes from then. I'm not going to do a full review. This is my full review of this series. I may do like a snippet, but I'm pretty sure on par of where I am right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here at the Game Dojo, we're talking about Shogun, and it's a painful series to watch at this point. And I kind of feel like my heart has been ripped out, and maybe that was the intention, and if they did, by all means, well done, great job, you did your duty. But if you're looking for a season 2, this is where I get off the train. 100. Being 100 with you guys. Anyway, from the Game Dojo, I'm your host, the Game Ninja. This is 24K Movies, Games and Reviews, saying, can we get a TV series that a brother can jump into and just lose reality, his mind, and have escapism again? Good God. When is All of Us Are Dead Season 2 coming out? Anyways, check you guys next time.